windows and got another dog. You should have chained up all the doors and switched up all the locks.
Welcome, my friends. You have found again Flashpoint Radio. I am your host, Jay-Z, coming to you on Monday, March 5th, 2012. Happy to my friends in Illinois, Casimir Pulaski Day. I found out today that all government buildings and all schools in Illinois were closed today for a Polish holiday. Sounds okay to me. It looks like it's a state saying, hey, we have the right to send our people home. I say go for it. Some Polish guy, Casimir Pulaski, fought in the Revolutionary War, was probably a good guy. Illinois has every right as a state, a sovereign state, from the federal government to do that. So to all you in Illinois, I hope you enjoyed your Monday off. But I hope you didn't get too complacent with the world because it's crazy. And we're going to get you tuned into some things to look out for abroad and at home. Remember to follow me at Flashpoint Radio on Twitter and Facebook.com/Flashpoint Radio. Also, hit subscribe above to receive updates of new episodes that get posted. I try to do them daily, and I've been pretty good at it. Getting right into the news, though, we're going to go directly to Foreign Policy Magazine's website. This comes to us from this morning. Headline, McCain to call for airstrikes on Syria. If you didn't know, Syria is in the middle of what someone call a civil war between people who are calling themselves the Free Syrian Army or the Syrian Free Army and Assad, who is the president of Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria. John McCain said today he was going to publicly call for U.S.-led airstrikes to halt the violence and atrocities being committed. So we're going to drop bombs to halt the violence, okay? You get that? War is peace. 1984. You see? He says, this says, providing military assistance to the Syrian Free Army and other opposition groups is necessary. But at this late hour, that alone will not be sufficient to stop the slaughter and save innocent lives, which I'm sure there are innocent lives being lost. He also said the ultimate goal of airstrikes should be to establish and defend safe havens where they could be a delivery source for humanitarian military assistance, including weapons, ammunition, body armor, other personal protective equipment, tactical intelligence, and secure communication equipment, along with food, medical, and water. He also said these safe havens could also help the Free Syrian Army and other armed groups, remember that, other armed groups in Syria, to train and organize themselves into more cohesive and effective military forces, likely with the assistance of foreign partners. Okay, you took that from John McCain. He wants to drop bombs to end violence. Moving on to this article, Hillary Clinton admits U.S. and Al-Qaeda on same side in Syria. She said, quote, "We have a very dangerous set of actors in the region, Al-Qaeda, Hamas, who are on our terrorist list, to be sure supporting and claiming to support the opposition in Syria. And the Al-Qaeda leader, Ayman al-Zawahiri, has also publicly expressed support for Syrian rebel forces. John McCain wants to drop bombs and give weapons and ammunition to Al-Qaeda because he says he doesn't want what might have happened in Libya to happen in Syria. What happened in Libya? This comes to us after Gaddafi fell. From the Telegraph headline, Libya, Al-Qaeda flag flown above Benghazi courthouse. Are you getting it yet? This comes to us from Homeland Security Newswire. This is an insider's blog. Senior NATO officials said at least 10,000 shoulder-fired anti-aircraft missiles are unaccounted for in Libya, and that at least some of them may have fallen into the hands of Al-Qaeda operatives. Do you get it? Osama bin Laden was an Al-Qaeda operative, and he was on the CIA's payroll in the early and mid-'80s. Do you get it yet? Do you get it yet? McCain wants to give weapons and bomb and assist Al-Qaeda because he's playing both sides to get what they want. Do you understand that your interests are not at work? What are your interests in Syria? What are America's interests in Syria? None. None. Absolutely none. It is an internal civil war struggle. Let them figure it out, and at least wait until the surrounding countries that will be immediately affected by this struggle get involved. Why should we, coming from across 2 oceans, get involved? That's not our duty. That's not our job. And that's not what we should be having young men and women dying for. That's not. I'm sorry. If you support this government, that's fine. Our government might be good, but the people running our government, the people behind it, are not good. Our government has been hijacked, and they're using our tax dollars and our assets against us and against other people around the world to advance their agenda, which is worldwide control and domination in order to reduce the population so they don't have to look at you and me walking around the streets. Do you understand? Well, let's see how it would fit into us over on the mainland United States. They would never do anything against us, right? Right? Of course. No, they're over in the Middle East giving weapons to protesters. Well, what are they doing over here? Headline from today. Eric Holder, executive branch reviews of targeted killings count as due process. He says, quote, "This is Eric Holder, your Attorney General, your top cop in the nation. The Constitution's guarantee of due process is ironclad, and it is essential. But as a recent court decision makes clear, it does not require judicial approval before the president may use force abroad against a senior operational leader of a foreign terrorist organization with which the United States is at war, even if that individual happens to be a U.S. citizen." Well, Mr. Eric Holder, this is an undeclared war, and has never been declared. The war on terrorism has never been declared by our government and by our Congress like the Constitution states it must. And, I mean, that's all they have to say is we don't have time to wait for a judge. We don't have time to wait for the Constitution to be determined whether or not we can do this. We just have to kill somebody. National security. And when you ask questions, they say national security. You can't see this. But trust us, it's national security that you can't see what national security means. But if you ask again, I'm going to have you arrested under national security laws and taken to a detention center where you will be held without due process and you will be interrogated as a foreign terrorist operative in your own country, in DAA, voted by all of our Congress nearly, and signed by our President, Barack Obama. I did not make a faux pas there. Which, here we go, H.R. 347, which was passed very quickly last week. And it is known as the Federal Restricted Buildings and Grounds Improvement Act of 2011. What does this act do? It makes it a felony to disrupt or protest at any place or event attended, not planned by, not put on by, but attended by any person with Secret Service protection. Do you realize what that means? Presidential candidates get Secret Service protection. Nearly everybody in the government, I guess, gets Secret Service protection. So if they go to a movie theater and you're protesting, even if it's about something else, you can be arrested and charged with a misdemeanor. Nah, it's a felony. It's a felony to protest in this country now. Only if you're protesting a member of the highest level of our government. Because they do not deserve to listen to everyday people speak to them, do they? You're just lowly citizens, and they don't have to listen to you. They have aides that they pay, well, actually you pay, to listen to you, and then those aides never tell them what's going on, and they just sit up there in their white palaces looking at us like we're, I don't know, dregs, serfs, because that's what they really want us as, serfs. And we're going to see how this might be instituted. This comes to us from Infowars.com. Headline, troops used for crowd control at Texas KITE Festival. You heard me correctly. Texas KITE Festival. This is a festival at an open park for kites. And the video I'm about to show shows none other than uniformed military getting people on and off of school buses, and military helicopters flying above head. It's KITE Festival in Texas. Roll the tape. KITE Festival in Texas needs military and needs helicopters circling overhead because Al-Qaeda might get you. And they might get you at the KITE Festival, or they might get you at the library, or they might get you at the grocery store, or they might get you at your school, or they might get you in your bedroom, or they might get you in the laundry room, or they might get you in the pool, or the ocean, or the courthouse, or the baseball stadium, or it doesn't matter. TSA's coming everywhere, ready to grope you and your children and your wives, and you have nothing you can say about it because you won't face reality. Wake up, people. Wake up. Jay-Z signing off, saying, come see me next time on Flashpoint Radio. God bless. Keep your eyes to the sky.
With the feathers of angels.